So now it was on to India in the semis. Now what your worst nightmare happened? We were 2-0.
Yeah, that's right. But before that, now let me tell you, Sri Lanka always felt comfortable chasing a score, as you probably know. And we were happy to chase. And this particular game, nothing different. So we did our team meeting and we know what we were going to do. It was a really hot day in Eden Gardens in Kolkata. And usually we go there before lunch, have a bit of a, sort of settle in, had a bite to eat, and then go out for our pre-match warm-up. So I walked out by myself early and I was approaching which was a very beautiful looking straw-coloured Eden Gardens wicket. It looked so good. The outfield was pristine. It was hard and fast. So I went down and pressed that wicket like I always do. I don't know what I'm looking for normally. Press the wicket. And it felt hard. And I thought I'll just push this fingernail, my thumbnail, into the surface. As I pushed the thumbnail, it just crumbled. But hard to touch with all of your fingers. Like if you put your 5 fingers down and touched, it was really hard. But when you put your fingernail, it crumbled. So I did that in about 5 or 6 different places on the length of the pitch, and it was all the same. And I thought, gee, I don't know too much about surfaces, but I reckon this one may not last 100 overs. We may have to rethink our strategy of chasing. So I'm a little bit worried on that, and I stood up after a good 10 minutes or so, and I looked up, and there was Arjuna and manager walking towards me. I thought, beauty.
Dulip Mendes, for those who don't remember.
Dulip and Arjuna walking towards me. So I met them 3/4 of the way up near the pitch, and I said, look, mate, this pitch is not, I don't think it'll last. It's crumbling under. No problem. Whatever they make, we will chase.
Who's saying this? Arjuna?
Both.
Okay.
Both. I thought, that's great. I mean, I really enjoy your confidence, but this pitch could be a little bit different. So I was worried until the toss came. And when the microphone, I can't remember who was the commentator, but the microphone went straight to Azharuddin. And I was so glad that, okay, if we have to bat second, so be it, we've lost the toss. And when they said, we will bowl first, I just looked up in the heavens and just gave a little cross, the sign of the cross, that this is what I felt we should be doing, bat first for a change. And 240 or 250 runs that we scored, and you're right, we were 2 for, I think 1 or 2 for none.
I think both our openers were caught at third man.
They were. They were, and this was the time that I foreshadowed could happen every game, and it did. So in many ways, I think no panic, because now is the time to show that we had the firepower in our batting to overcome a disastrous situation, which would have been the difference with most other teams, but not with us. And fortunately also, Anil Kumble was given the second over, the spinner. And, he would have been a little bit harder to handle if he had his full quota of 10 overs late in that bowling innings. But he bowled quite a number with a new ball, and it just came onto the bat nicely. And we were, both Guru and Aravinda just used the pace to hit the
but it was Aravinda who got going, 66 or 47.
Yeah, it just put the pressure back on the opposition. And as I said, 250 odd. Roshan got a 50, I think.
You changed the batting order there. He came ahead of Arjuna.
You're right. He came up and he got a 50 and suffered badly with heat stroke. He was on a intravenous drip after the game, or in the middle of the innings. So it was that hot. And as I said, the pitch, deteriorated to a point that it was very difficult to play the spinners in the second half.
Yeah, I remember the game just changed all of a sudden. Actually, the Indian innings was also like in 2 halves. Sri Lanka made 251, just to refresh our memories. And India were 1 for 98. Sachin was on 65 along with Sanjay Manjrekar. That's when Kalu got that stumping of Sachin.
But it was off Sanath, I think, wasn't it? Sanath bowling or?
Yes, yes, Sanath was bowling. Looking at wickets, Sanath's got 3, and all the other bowlers have picked up a wicket each.
It was vicious spin. I remember Sanath just darting it in and almost at right angles turning it, which is very difficult to play. And after Sachin Tendulkar got out, it was very difficult for the remaining players to have any impact on the game. In fact, at the end, it was called off anyway because of rowdy crowd behaviour.
So what you wanted was strangely happening as well. If you had lost, we would have chased, and we would have had to bat on that rank turner.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the bell icon for our latest content.